and welcome here to Baker Street in London, and we're going to check out the London Madame Tussauds. Again, I have never ever been in this Madame Tussauds, only the Blackpool one, which you may have seen on the channel. Well, it's a good start so far. The foyer area coming in is much nicer looking than the Blackpool one. That is awful. Look like a big plastic box when you're heading in. Anyway, we're at the top of the stairs. I think we're going to head into the lifts and then into the building.
Yes, it's true. Harry and Meghan have just stepped onto the red carpet.
We've made our way in, and we've just done just passed the obligatory Merlin photograph on the way in, with a bag, camera, and a coat in my hand. Very flattering. I hate doing them. Anyway, the first one we've come to is Madame Tussauds' very own Vin Diesel, or in London, Vin Petrol. Nicole Kidman, Angelina Jolie. Anyway, this must be the Hollywood movie star section. I have no idea who that's supposed to be. Is that supposed to be Stallone? Because it doesn't look like him. I know who that is. Timothy Chalamet. Actually taller than what you think. Yeah, it's a lot more spacious than Blackpool, this one. Already it's a lot wider and a lot busier as well. Now this one's a bit more realistic than your average Madame Tussauds waxwork. It actually doesn't have a reflection, which is good. It does look real, but a lot taller than me, as you can see. So this is Shah Rukh Khan, a Bollywood actor. I thought it was Stallone when we came in. I was going to say, it doesn't look much like him. Anyway, onwards towards more celebrities. We've got Leo, my old mate here. Old Brad Pitt. None of them looking at you though, they're all looking away. They look like they're not interested. Yeah, this is definitely the more stylish and elaborate Madame Tussauds. It looks a lot nicer in here. Very modern looking, bright, colourful. Lots of nice Instagram signage on the walls. Historic things in cases. Yeah, I'm loving this one. Definitely better Posh and Becks. Can't beat that, especially in London. Now moving on into another section. We've got the new Doctor Who. And something that Blackpool didn't have. The James Bonds. Let's see if I can name them all. Timothy Dalton, George Lazenby, Roger Moore, Daniel Craig, Sean Connery, and Pierce Brosnan. Paddington Bear just sat on his luggage at Paddington Station. Yeah, I'm loving this one so far. It's definitely a lot better than the Blackpool one. It feels more like an actual attraction as opposed to some sort of building with a load of random stuff in it. Tell you what, all Spiely's quite short. Like I said before at the Blackpool one, these are actually life-size figures as well, so if you can get the height from them when you stand next to them, because they're accurate. Looks like we're off into the underground station now. Down the stairs, Old Churchill. Yeah, this definitely feels more like an attraction. Come on Merlin, you need to sort the Blackpool one out. You need to spend a bit of money on it. That's one thing I didn't know, is that Madame Tussauds was founded in 1770. That's quite old. I didn't realise it was that old. Poets' Corner. Stormzy and Shakespeare. A couple of the British sporting greats. Again, some sportsmen over there. We saw a couple of these at Blackpool. And then we've got Harry and Meg's. Traitors. Downing Street. Got to get a picture outside here, haven't I? That's quite a realistic replica of Downing Street, that. Could have done with that when I did the Downing Street video, the number 10. I could have done with standing outside there for a thumbnail. Oh, a bit of Ronaldo. He's a bit skinnier than what I thought he was, but definitely taller. I've seen his statue in Madeira and it looks nothing like him. In fact, it's horrible. He looks really, really weird. But now this is more like him. We've got Attenborough again, which we had at Blackpool. And I don't know who this chap is. Don't care, to be honest. I do know who he is. Old Denshi. This is a bit more elaborate with the set dressing. Bit of a corgi sat over there, waiting for the afternoon tea. And then we've got the new king, Charles, and his missus. And then William and Kate. Oh, Her Madge again. Queen waxwork is actually quite realistic. Again, I think they make sure that these ones are top notch. You can't be getting these ones wrong because they'll be off with your head. So they have to put extra effort in. Oh, Diana. She's quite tall actually, again. Yeah, taller than me. It's quite surprised really. But she's absolutely gorgeous, isn't she? I always thought she was really small, but like I said, these are lifelike. And she stood flat on the floor as well. We've got the Beatles again, which again we had in Blackpool, doing the Abbey Road crossing behind me. Old Beebs himself. Yeah, that one's quite realistic. I thought he was stood there staring at me when I came in. We've got these little booths all around with like festival tents with the stars in individually, which I like because it means you can have a bit of one-on-one time with them, getting pictures and things. And you've got a lot of interactive stuff in here as well. There's a lot of buttons and panels to touch, so you can light them up in different colours, and there's little interactive things that happen behind them and stuff like that. But they've also got the usual Merlin money grabbing with the pictures. They've got cameras at every single one of them up here, look. And you basically stand in front, press the button, get your picture, but then you've got to buy it at the end. Like I said in the Blackpool one, I do think if they're going to do digital pictures inside like this, it should be free because you're paying to come in. I get that the entry one isn't, and maybe special sort of scenery ones, but a few of the royals back there were totally blocked off and you couldn't stand with them unless you had an official photograph, which I don't agree with. Yeah, I'm not a fan of all this upcharge malarkey, especially when you pay a lot of money to come in. But Bob Marley just chilling out there. Yeah. So we're going down even further now. Must be in the basement now. Now I do believe there's a ride at this Madame Tussauds as well. There's a dark ride at the end of it, which is like a London taxi cab that you ride on and go through the streets of London or something like that. I've not seen any vlogs on this place before. Somebody just told me a few weeks ago that there's actually a dark ride. Oh, we've got the Chamber of Horrors coming up, which again they used to have at the Blackpool one, but they no longer do. Which I'm kind of gutted about because that was the best bit. Ooh, it's getting spooky and dark. Yeah, we've definitely gone down into the basement now. About 6 flights down. I hope I haven't missed anything. Ooh, this is very atmospheric. I love it. It's very hazy. It's got smell pods in here as well, so it smells really old. I think we're going to see a bit of Jack the Ripper action. It's a nice cobbled floor. Got a good celebrity here, look, waxwork celebrity. Oh, it moves! Yeah, this is really authentic. The Blind Beggar. Let's head inside. Ooh, the craze. We're in a proper West End boozer. Should I say an East End boozer? Don't know where I got West End from. That must be one of the craze down there.
I heard what you said about me. Well,
it smells as well, it's really good. The beauty of this... Ooh, we've got moving scares here. Move when you walk past. I suppose the beauty of this camera is it picks up everything in the dark, which is great. It's so good at night, or in the dark. Oh, we got, I know who this is, John Christie. He was the neighbourhood strangler guy, wasn't he? I remember watching the film, is it Rillington Place? I remember watching the movie on that. Oh yeah, I'm loving this section. Very London Dungeons. Ooh. Giles Yard. John George Haig, the acid bath murderer. Oh, I can hear somebody sawing. I don't know this one. I've not heard of John George Haig. Oh, a lot of gore and blood down here, which I like. Oh, it smells in here as well. It smells like rotting meat. It's really good. So I'm presuming he used to chop them up and then stick them in an acid bath. A bit like Breaking Bad, only they didn't come through the ceiling. Okay, this way to the prison, it says. See, why has Blackpool not got this? It's got the room downstairs for it. It used to have one, but they got rid of it. From the old one, which is just daft. Ooh. Prison cells. Dennis Nielsen. Ruth Ellis, hanged for murder. We can walk through this one. I think we're heading into the Jack the Ripper section.
I'll clip the lady's ears off.
Oh, this one moves.
I'll keep my word.
His head's lifting up.
I'll see you rip that.
Yeah, I never realised that Madame Tussauds was so old. I knew there was a bit of history there. I thought it was like Victorian. I didn't realise it was like before that. We've got some actual celebrity merch in this corridor here. Got Elton John's jumpsuit and shoes. I nearly couldn't say that there. Lewis Hamilton's helmet. Yeah, we are going to go on a dark ride. The Spirit of London. A ride through London's history. Up here we go. So we get into a black London cab and head through London by the looks of it. Yeah, actual black London cabs, I love that. It's an Omnimover type ride as well, probably a Mack Rides one. Same as Haunted Mansion at Disney. I've got a feeling they'll probably rip this out and put some trackless rubbish in, a bit like they did at Cadbury World, where they got rid of the good ride and replaced it with a load of garbage. Well, it looks like we can film on the ride. Something at a Merlin attraction that you're allowed to film on. That is a first.
Welcome to the Spirit of London.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
The King of England's baker, who let the bread burn, has been blamed for the Great Fire of London. Of His Majesty King Charles II, Sir Christopher Wren is given the task of rebuilding St Paul's. From the ruins of the fire, a new cathedral arose to fill the sky with glory.
that was the Spirit of London ride. I've got to say, I was impressed with that. That was really good. It was like a really good dark ride. All practical sets, no screens, very colourful, lots and lots of stuff happening. I just wish it was a bit longer. It would have been nice to be a bit longer. It was really good, that. Definitely a Mack ride system. Do you know what it reminded me of a little bit? If you remember in Blackpool Tower, there used to be a ride called The Dawn of Time. It reminded me of that. The smells, especially the fire scene, and it going up and down the different levels, definitely reminded me of that. I'm continuing now, I don't know why, but I thought that was the end of the tour, but it's not. There's a lot more to come, I'm glad, because it felt a bit short there. Big Hulk there. You don't want to see him when he's angry. He gets really angry. That's actually massive, that Hulk. Yeah, like I said in the Blackpool one, I'm not a massive Marvel fan, so a lot of these I have no idea who they are. The only ones I've seen Marvel really is Deadpool. Up some more stairs. I'll tell you what, if you're disabled, there's a lot of stairs in here. I'm sure there are left still. We've got more Marvel stuff. Black Panther, Iron Man, I do know that one.
Hello, I'm live.
Yeah, there's a free 4D cinema ride as well. I didn't know that. Again, all new to me. Don't I look sexy in these things? They're exactly the same as the ones at Emerald Park in Ireland. I hope it's a damn sight better than that, because that was absolutely shockingly bad. So this is in the planetarium, the former dome planetarium that you can see from outside. You know, the giant dome building on the front. They're using that for the Marvel 3D show. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It should be good. Got screens all the way around us, 360 degrees. So we just came out of the Marvel 4D film. That was pretty good, actually. It was a nice short length, lots of good 4D effects. The only problem is the film, there was just too much going on. Lots of action, lots of fighting. So it was all a bit blurry and a bit like motion sickness kind of feeling. But apart from that, I mean, it would have been better if it had been a better film, or even something a bit more generic than Marvel. But overall, it was pretty decent. Anyway, I'm sat here with my old mate in La Cantina, Han Solo, just chilling, you know, having a gossip and a beer. You can even have a go in the Millennium Falcon here with Chewie sat next to you. It's pretty decent. It's got projector screens on the front of it. Pretty good. Chewie's co-piloting. Like I said, lots of proper big sets and things in here, unlike the Blackpool one. We've got stormtroopers stood around. Things like this, the famous scene with Darth Vader at the end. And you can reach out. I'm not your father, Luke. I love that. It's a good effect. Actually, it looks like the scene from the film as well. Yeah, you can stand there and reach out. One of my favourite Star Wars characters, BB-8. The one at Disneyland actually moves. Oh, Jabba the Hutt. I used to call my mate Jabba. He looked like that. I feel like I'm back in Blackpool again. I do like how they funnel you around all the different rooms, like a set route round, which is good because it thins the crowds out, rather than everyone just piling into one room and doing the same thing together. Yeah, I think this might be the end now. A gift shop and exit this way. Of course, you know you're at the end when you get to the gift shop. So we've just gone down some stairs, and now we're going to go back up some stairs. Go figure, come down, go back up. Obviously heading over something. Yeah, I love the fact that you have the London taxi ride and also the 4D cinema, which was brilliant. I did like that. Made it very different. Definitely one of the longer ones as well. So lots of your Star Wars merch. Now we're into the normal Madame Tussaud's merch. It's quite a big store, this one. You get your usual London touristy stuff. We try on some Tom Hardy sunglasses. Let's see how much like Tom Hardy I look. Got such a big nose. They look ridiculous on these sunglasses. Apart from the aviators. So did I look like him or not? Got a feeling I didn't. What about Taylor Swift? Oh yeah, much better. There you go, ladies and gents. I think that is it. We are heading back outside onto Baker Street. Well, there we go, ladies and gents. We are officially out of Madame Tussauds in London. And I've got to say, that was by far much better than the Blackpool one. They really need to sort the Blackpool one out and bring it up to this standard. I know it's not as big as this, but they could make good use of that space, especially as I know they've got a basement downstairs that they do not use, especially for the dungeons. So they could definitely copy a lot of this in here, because that was fantastic. I really liked the fact that it was probably just over 2 hours if you take your time in there. At least you could probably do 3 hours if you were really slow. The Blackpool one was no more than like half an hour to an hour. And also you got the 2 rides in there, the Spirit of London ride, which was amazing, and also the I'm going to say Shrek then, the Marvel 4D cinema, which is in this planetarium building here. So yeah, they made good use of all the space in there. It felt a lot longer and everything was much wider and bigger. So I do think they need to upgrade some of the other ones. I'm yet to try any of the others around the world, but I will when I get to the other places where they have a Madame Tussauds. But would I recommend Madame Tussauds in London? Well, I would say 100% yes. Now I know normally there is a massive queue outside this building to get in, but like I said, if you've got a Merlin pass, you can pre-book it on the portal like I did and just walk straight in. But if you're going to turn up on the date to pay, then you're going to have to queue outside, and it can get massive. But it is a weekday today, and it's like I think I went in at like 11:30 in the morning, so it was pretty quiet anyway. But I can imagine it gets much busier in there. But anyway, I'm going to put the price in down below for how much it costs to visit this for one ticket, an adult ticket. And then if you get down to London, then yeah, come check it out, because I've got to say that was well worth it. That was a good attraction, and I'm really impressed so far. I just can't wait to check out the other Merlin attractions in London now. Well, thank you very much for joining us here at Madame Tussauds in London. I'll see you in the next video next week. Bye for now.